Hi everyone, and welcome back to this channel of crafting, crochet and knitting. How are you guys doing? I hope you're well. Please leave your comments to your creations, photos on whatever social media platform they are. Please leave links in the comments down below because I am loving seeing what everyone has been making. So some of you might have noticed that the toys are back behind me. So yes, that does mean that today's video is going to be another toy related video. However, the video today is featuring a lot of toys that have been gifted. So it's another photo heavy compilation. I hope you don't mind. I'm trying the new software again. And yeah, let's get straight into it. So some of these toys are a little bit on the gamer community side. So some of you maybe will recognize these things, some of you might not. So let's get started. On screen now, I'm hoping that there is a picture of two mobs from Minecraft. So we have some friends who are into Minecraft with us, and I decided to try and make these little toy figurines. They're not really toys that can be played with because they've got polystyrene innards, to make them blocky, because that is obviously the aim with Minecraft. The zombie definitely came out better than the creeper. I had got this yarn for the creeper that on the outside looked more green, and then when I started to make the squares for the creeper, I ended up getting to a lighter zone that had more white in it, and the majority of the ball was this white shade, so the creeper had to be remade in that colour so that I could do the whole creeper, and it just did not look nearly as nice, which was a shame. And actually, they are not the only mobs I've made. I have made this guy here. So this is an Enderman. My husband requested the Enderman, so I made this. I've got to say, I hate working with black yarn. I hate it so much. You cannot see your stitches, both just to sew it up and just to make the panels in the first place. All you're doing is making squares, and yet you're there constantly counting stitches because you think you've dropped one because it's black yarn. So never again. I've made it, never again. So you can see he's got slightly longer arms and legs than the zombie had, and a smaller body. Yeah, never again. So Minecraft figures, tick, we've done those. The next are some actually of the knitted toys that I've made. I don't make a lot of knitted toys. I find crochet more flexible for toys. But on screen now there should be a little knitted rabbit. And this is a really simple design where you just knit and garter stitch a square. And then you can make a triangle with some yarn that you just weaved through and pull it tight with some stuffing in the middle, and it gives you these little ears and a little tail area because of the way you've done it. There's patterns online. I will try and dig those out and put them in the description for you. Yeah, just really simple, and then just sewing on some features. I think I probably could have done it with a tighter gauge to make it look a bit better, but overall kind of okay with how that came out. It was one of the first toys I ever made, and at the time I only knitted, so yeah. The next one did work out better though. So the next one is a knitted teddy bear that I made for a friend's child with the brightest yellow that I could find. And actually it was a real faff, all of the ends that needed weaving in, but the effect was a lot better. I'm really happy with that teddy bear, and I hope that they are as well. So yes, the rest are crochet and are actually all based on very similar patterns. So I'm gonna put on screen a picture of the full cohort of the patterns. So I found a pattern for a little teddy bear and a little rabbit and a little fox. And they all had a very similar pattern where you did the head first and then you went straight into the body, and you knitted straight down the body and then into the legs, and it kind of looked like a little sack man. And so I did this, and then you add the arms, and some decoration like the scarf. And in the case of the rabbit, you needed to add the big ears, the teddy bear needed little ears, and the fox needed a little tail and some pointy ears. But you could do a cat out of the fox design really easily as well. And I made quite a few teddy bears, so on the screen I'm hoping that I can put up pictures of the other 2 teddy bears that I made. These were all gifts to children, of friends of our, family friends, and just little somethings for Christmas. So these are what I ended up making instead of reindeer for everybody, because they were a lot quicker to make and a lot easier to personalise. So yeah, lots of the kids got these. And I ended up reworking this pattern. So I have a friend who is into Final Fantasy. I'm not going to say the number because I'm guaranteed to get the number wrong, but it is the Final Fantasy that features Ignis. And she's a big Ignis fan, and she is an incredible artist, like absolutely incredible artist. She does both hand sketching and also computer generated sketching, and I just cannot believe the quality of the work that she produces. And she does so much Ignis for the fan base. And I just thought, well, you need your own little Ignis, don't you? So I got the little Sackman kind of template, and I did a white skin tone first for the head, and then did a little bit of the neck in it. So the picture should be on screen so you can sort of follow this as I'm talking about it. And then I'd seen this really amazing picture that she had done where Ignis had a purple shirt on, and so I just had assumed that like Ignis wore purple. But when I was looking online for Ignis pictures, he was also wearing like a lot of sort of grey and black. But I had sworn off black yarn, so I used purple to make his shirt. So I sort of did the body in purple and then swapped to the trouser colour. And then I actually went back and I made like a little shirt collar for him. I added the arms, and yeah, just edited the pattern a bit using the colours that I needed to make Ignis. And then when it came to the hair, Ignis's hair is like up a bit at the front and then slick down the back. And so many, she always draws him with so many sort of different shades in the hair. She does really well on like shading the hair, and I thought that, okay, so how can I do that in crochet? Because as you can, if I just take the picture down a second, you can see like on my Harry Potter that I actually crochet a swatch that then gets sewn down to the head, and I could say with Hermione, but I'll put the Ignis back up. And I didn't want to do that with Ignis because I didn't feel like that represented his hair. And so you can see how from the picture I just hand darned in strips of hair. It took ages. And then it was like, how do I style this so that it sort of like falls down at the back but flicks up at the front? And I just used an elastic band for ages to try and hold the hair in place, to try and mould it into position. So yes, that was me tweaking the pattern. And she really liked it, so I'm so happy about that. So there's one more toy that I'm going to show you guys. Sorry, 1 second. Sorry for the video pause there. My allergies are playing up and I just felt a massive sneeze coming on. So I just had my little sneezing fit there. Sorry about that. I was just about to say there's one more toy that I want to show you guys today. And it is by far my favourite. And that is this little guy here. So this is a pattern for the NHS Bear. My friend from First Aid, so I do St. John's First Aid, sent me the pattern and was like, thought of you when I saw this. And I was like, yes, I've got the right colours, I can do it. And she was like, oh, I was just like kind of like joking a bit, I didn't think you would actually do it right now. I thought, yeah. I had this lovely mint green that I got, and I had planned to do like baby blankets and toddler blankets with it, and hadn't got around to doing that yet. And I just saw that green and saw the picture of the bear pattern and thought, yes, scrubs. Of course, how did I not see that before? So we have scrubs. I know scrubs come in all different colours, depending on the area in the UK that you are, and also depending on what job you have. But yes, this bear I decided, okay, well, I've got the perfect colour for some sort of minty green scrubs. And I had a couple of different browns. I decided to go for this one in the end, which I think is the same as the teddy bear over here. And I used lighter browns for the sheep and for the reindeer. So I went for this one because I had a bit more of this yarn. The mask is removable, so there's his little smiley face. And also, actually, the hat comes off too. But I'm like, why wouldn't he take his hat off? Like, he is cute, but he looks better in his hat. So I'm going to pop his hat back on. So yeah, it was just a really simple design, very similar to the others that I've been using. And I love that the mask was removable as well, so you could see his little smiley face. I made my mask a little bit bigger lines so that I can adjust it, because we have to wear our masks over our mouth and our nose. So yeah, this is my NHS Bear, and he was sat in the window along with the other teddy bears, but also for a lot longer. He was sat in the window just sort of waving at the occasional family that went past, just to try and, you know, remind people that we're a community still. We are a community still, even though we can't actually see each other. We are a community, and we are all in this together, and we're doing this to help each other. So it is an act of community to wear a mask. It is. I'm not wearing the mask for me. It does a bit for me, but it actually does more for you. That if I wear a mask, if I'm ill, because I'm going to stop you from getting ill from me. And I just think that, yeah, we need to all be together in this. So the NHS Bear was a reminder in the window that I'm going to wear a mask for you. Please wear a mask for other people too. So yes, that is the third video in the toy series. I'm sure that I will make more toys in the future. I've already got Ron to finish off for the Harry Potter collection. I've got a fox on the go ready for this collection, and in fact there are lots of other toys in that pattern book that I showed you guys in previous videos to do that I have the yarn for. So in the new year we'll probably have another toy video where I show you some more of these guys. But for now, for 2020, this is the last toy video for this blog. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope that some of these toys have inspired you in your own making, and me and NHS Bear will see you in another video.